2910 just declined their offer. 2910. That's nothing.
Next time we don't want big oohs when that happens. It's part of the game.
Yeah, he's right. We are back here at RAID Robotics Vlogs. I'm your host, Luke Sorensen. We're in day 2 at our first competition at Mount Vernon. We just came back from our first match, and it went pretty well. We put about, I think, 5 blocks inside of the scale, and we also had one of our alliance members was able to put a box inside of the switch on the other team's side, which prevented them from getting extra points. Anyways, so pretty much what the second day is all about is where teams will try to complete their qualification matches, and then before lunch we'll have our alliance selection. One thing that these teams will be doing is they'll have their drive teams go out to other teams and talk to them about their capabilities, like how fast they are, how many blocks they can put inside of their scale or the switch or wherever. Also, if they can climb too, that's also a serious point, because there's a couple robots here that they have ramps on either side of their robots so that other robots can climb up, and so they can all be on the scale at the same time. Oh snap! Oh! Let me review that. So, we got like, I think over, probably five boxes in the scale, and then our switch was completely filled up the entire time. We had to fight the other alliance at the time. And that Blue Alliance! 366 points! Blue Alliance! Blue Alliance! Blue Alliance! Alright, but we head out. 2 robots on the scale! Never been done before in this entire game as far as I know. Okay, it's a serious advantage that we have, like on our climber, we have 3 different pegs. We have one on like the left side, one on the right side, and one in the center. But our left side one was able to clip on. Also, the other alliance member had been able to clip on theirs. So, whoo, crazy. Sorry that the camera's all shaky or whatever, but it's the intensity of robotics. If you want to join, it is intense intensity, like to the 10th degree. I'm serious. You will start shaking. You will start freaking out. You will start dancing for joy. You'll start crying like crazy. I'm serious, but I would recommend any of you who is watching this vlog to be able to go into robotics. If your school doesn't have a robotics team, then convince your principal, convince your school district, convince anyone to be able to get a robotics team for your school, because robotics is really the future of everything. I mean, come on, seriously. Where I'm right now is the pits, which is pretty much where each team will have its robot. We'll be able to work on it, to be able to improve on it. If it needs to write some code for it, then it can do that there. There's our pit. Anyways, So a pit also serves as a place for a team to congregate, to gather, also as a place for judges to go in and talk with them about, say, their like gracious professionalism or their safety, or what was their business plan, or how did they design their robot. So that's what the pits serve as. Apparently, there's a junior FLL competition going on right now, so they're all in this spot right here. So there's a bunch of teams that they've organized together. Junior FLL is like first program where it starts the students off very young. So it's pretty much like for kindergartners and first graders and second graders. But then once you're like a third grader, fourth grader, fifth grader, sixth grader, then you can join the full-on first Lego League. But pretty much what they do is they have a small research project. There's a couple things that they could do with the Legos. They could have a presentation with them. They could use it as a mechanism. I think I saw one year that they had made a Ferris wheel using just some basic motors, whatever. But pretty much it's just to start them off like on a good note, just to see what robotics really is, so that once they go into FLL, they understand kind of the programming aspect of it, along with building of the just basic Legos, and then finally once they get into FTC, which is the next level after that, which stands for the first tech challenge, that's where they really get inside the mechanical portion of robotics, not so much the research project that they usually have to do for first Lego League, but that all goes up to FRC, First Circuit Robotics Competition, where the real fun really happens. Alright, so we're now in line selections. So that's pretty much where the top 8 teams are going to be going out into the field, and they're going to pick 2 other alliance team members so that they can have a full team, full alliance for the playoffs, and hopefully they can make it to finals.
49-11, the Cyber Knights.
Do you choose to join this alliance or the form your own? Team 49-11 respectfully declines.
Oh yeah! Whoa! That's the second time. Okay, it's very possible, because we talked to them, they might choose us. Oh man. I've never seen anything like this.
Team 2605 would like to invite team 3663.
See, we got 55. Hey, it's RAID Robotics. This is like the second time I think we've had an alliance with them in the past 2 years.
I know you guys had stuff going on, right? It's okay. Yeah. We're just like looking at it. If there's only one robot versus two robots on the scale, it's not good. Yeah. Like as good as we are, we can't do double we can't carry 2 cubes, right? Yeah. Okay. So instead, we let them have the scale. Instead, we attack their switch. That cuts the numbers down in half already.
We'll have to look at it in just a moment.
Well, we unfortunately did not win our first quarterfinal match. Sad, but we learned a lot from this competition. There's a lot of things we do need to improve on, specifically our auto and our strategies. We're pretty good with our scale. We're pretty good with that. We're pretty good with working with other teams and how we can work with them specifically in the future.
First of all, well played. You guys did great. Every time we were out there, I was really impressed with what we got done.
I'm not sad.
Me neither.
I mean, it's not so much of a disappointment. It's more of a learning experience. This is for some of the people on our drive team. It's like their first time doing this whole thing. I mean, our driver Fahad, he's a legend.
He became a legend.
He became a legend
Last night.
in these 2 days. I mean, sure, we had a lot of practice sessions with the robot, with the test drive based during the build season, but this competition really proved how far they've gone from just practicing.
You win some, you lose some. Basically,
That's the motto we have to try to live by in robotics. For any team, really, it's like it's always going to be a learning experience, because none of us are like professionals. None of us work for Blue Origin. None of us work for NASA or Boeing. This really, robotics, in my opinion, and in a lot of other people's opinion, I think, is a test to see what it's really like in the working environment of an engineering facility, or Boeing or Blue Origin, or any of the engineering companies that are out there in the world. It's really an eye-opening experience in any case. If you're in business, if you're part of the design team, the programming team, electrical, if you're building the robot, if you're coding, in any case, it's a learning experience. And so that's what we have to take away from it.